Good evening. This is the Vsb Tv 11 News for Wednesday, April 2nd. I'm Peter Gittell. Members of the public who were horrified to learn that they could possibly be swimming in contaminated water will be relieved to learn that in response to the U.S. Consul's warning about Bermuda's beaches, Minister of Environment Trevor Moniz stated today that the reports needed more clarity, and in some cases the illnesses the warning spoke of have seldom occurred in Bermuda.
The study ultimately found that people were not at risk of GE from swimming. Furthermore, we haven't had a case of typhoid on the island, a disease mentioned in the U.S. Consul's warning to citizens this week, for over 20 years. To date, there has not been any water sampling information which has caused us to close the bathing beaches, something which we would do if results showed that contamination levels were over acceptable limits for more than one day. This includes those initial test results taken by Laval University through BIOS in the spring of 2013. That particular type of pollution event is short in duration, self-resolving, limited in scope, and driven by very specific weather circumstances, strong south-southeast winds and strong waves. And this has not recurred since then in the wake of extensive sampling. The thing I would like people to realize here is that the results of the water sampling are not known instantaneously. Between the sample being taken and the results being known, there's a 24-hour period, which allows the bacteria to grow in a petri dish. If the results come back with elevated levels of contaminants, Department of Health personnel go back to that sampling area as soon as the results are known and test again, by which point typically levels have returned to normal and there is now no need to alert the public or to close the beach. That is how quick these episodes can arise and can resolve themselves. We will also alert the public if grease balls appear on the beach. Grease balls manifest as small, marble-sized balls of gray grease, mixed with sand deposited at the high tide mark on Paget beaches. However, I must stress that the presence of grease balls does not necessarily mean that the water is contaminated. The Department of Health will have grease balls safely removed from the shoreline as soon as they are reported. If members of the public spot grease balls, we ask that they contact Environmental Health at 278-5333. The government cannot work in isolation. We also need the assistance of the public. Furthermore, the government will be stepping up a PR campaign to alert people on how to properly dispose of kitchen grease, as it is the grease that causes the pipeline outfall to stick together and wash inshore.
A man appeared in magistrate's court and was charged with leaving the scene of an accident and causing injury by driving while intoxicated. A. Brown pleaded not guilty to the charges, which were said to have occurred on New Year's Day of this year. The charges stem from an incident in which a woman in her early 20s was going to get a taxi outside of Latin when a car sped past and knocked her to the ground. The young woman was left lying in a pool of blood, and the driver of the vehicle never returned to the scene. An ambulance came immediately, and the victim was taken to the hospital, where she was treated for a severe concussion, a broken collarbone, and multiple abrasions. Brown was given bail and will reappear in court at a later date for trial. News that the last quarter of 2013 saw air arrivals to Bermuda increase by 6.3% compared with the same quarter of 2012 has caused Premier Craig Cannonier to go over the heads of the Bermuda Tourism Authority and Tourism Minister to issue a statement saying he is encouraged. The quarter also saw increased bookings for all tourism accommodation, with the number of tourists increasing by over 2,000 people and a 6% increase in visitor spending. Cruise ship arrivals also increased by 38.4%. The Premier said he applauded the hard work of the Minister, Sean Crockwell, and the now defunct Department of Tourism. "We've still got a long way ahead of us," said Mr. Cannonier, "but I believe the country should also see these figures as positive indicators of our efforts to move in the right direction." Dr. Cornell Riley, researcher and statistician, is encouraging Bermuda residents, especially its leaders, to watch the environmental movie The Population Paradox when VSB Television screens it on Channel 11 at 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. tomorrow. He tells Vsb News' Brian Darby that the decrease in our population alone is creating an economic crisis which is less than 10 years away.
One of the problems that we're having is no different from the Western world. That is the declining population in terms of replacement. It's stated you need about 2 children per family to maintain your population, but we have fallen below the replacement level, and so we're falling below the replacement level. That means the rate of our population increase will be slow. Now that has some major implications. One of them, of course, is the aging population and a dwindling youth population, and in fact we might have a case by 2025 or so where the elderly population outnumbers the youth population, and that has grave implications for policy. For instance, it's the people in the middle that pay the country's bills. So your working population pays the bills, but if your working population is dwindling and your elderly population is increasing, then you're going to have some challenges there, because you've got pensions to pay, health care to pay, and you got a shrinking pool of money from which to pay that. So this is a challenge for most Western governments around the world. This is just the broader picture.
We've got it in spades.
Yes, we got it here. We got it very much so here, and we're seeing it now happening. So you'll see, for instance, back in 2010, for instance, it was announced that a government school was going to close because of the population, and of course what happened was an outrage by the parents that they can't close the school, and so the school remained open. But those are kinds of things you will see if you're starting to see an increasing elderly population and a dwindling youth population. Those are some of the tough decisions you're going to have to make. Closing schools, more attention to the elderly.
Save $1.50 on a family pack of Purdue fresh chicken drumsticks at $1.99 per pound. Imported fresh asparagus, $2.99 per pound. Save 90 cents on ShopRite pure cane sugar, $2.39 for a 4-pound bag. Kraft American cheese singles, $4.69 for a 12-ounce package. Save $1 on Minute Maid orange juice, $4.19 for a 59-ounce carton. All stores open Monday through Saturday until 10 p.m. and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
For diagnostic service at its best, stop by Bermuda's premier automobile dealership and service center. Auto Solutions. Whirl with us.
David Hampshire, chairman of the Bank of Bermuda Foundation, commented yesterday when handing over a $10 million check to the Bermuda Hospital Charitable Trust that it was now the turn of the community to consider what they could afford to donate towards the acute care wing. Vsb News' Brian Darby asked Laura Lyons, who is the Trust's Community Development Officer, what plans were in the offing to attract the financial support of the ordinary citizen.
we've had a great response from the school system, also from other community organizations. And again, it's that same message. The collective power, the collective fundraising power that exists within our community is huge. You know, if you give a gift of $10 and 10 people within your organization commit to giving $10, you've given $100. And if you take something like the $100 challenge, which one of these schools did recently, they took $100 and their challenge was to turn that into $1,000. And through the student initiative, it was a group of students that were, 15 or 16 of them. They set aside this project and they actually ended up raising $1,200. So they far exceeded their goal.
And of course, you also have a plan, I remember reading about it, that bricks will be available for purchase at a price to be decided, on which you'll be engraving your message or your name or your family, which will be around for 25 years.
We are in the process of launching a number of exciting projects where we hope that the public will be able to get involved, put their name on something, put their mark on something. But again, it's keeping it at a price range which is, might not be to the extent of the Bank of Bermuda Foundation, but it's something that we hope is manageable for the community donor.
When we built the second hospital many years ago, people were able to put their money down on specific items. I understand most of those items have already been purchased, so we're now looking at raising money, and I think your job is to make the Bermudians feel this is their hospital, and whatever they do, whatever the money goes towards, they can look at that hospital as it's theirs.
Exactly. The Why Matters campaign is strictly for the building costs. We're raising a new facility, and so the $40 million will go towards the brick and mortar. But what we're trying to do is to make connections for the public to say my gift of maybe $500 or $800 could go towards or be equivalent to a piece of equipment that will be within that facility. Obviously, the money is being used for the capital campaign for the capital costs of the building project, but we want to have a tangible connection as you're walking through that new facility and seeing it, hopefully as a visitor, and you're able to see the good customer care, the great hospital care service that you're receiving in the new facility, that you're able to appreciate and say, I helped create this, I helped build this.
Now, here's a look at the daily markets, presented by Bias.
Daily markets presented by Bias. The S&P 500 extended its all-time high, and U.S. Treasuries prices fell as a report showed U.S. companies added to payrolls last month. U.S. stocks rose with the Dow Jones Industrial erasing its loss for the year as data showed companies added to payroll last month, fueling optimism. The Dow closed at 16,573, a gain of 0.24%. 42,077 shares of Bank of Butterfield traded hands today. The stock closed at $1.98 per share, unchanged on the day. Other Bermuda-related stocks in the U.S. were in keeping with U.S. stocks. Most of the European indices advanced on good U.S. economic data. The DAX index added 0.2% to close at 99,623. The FTSE 100 increased 0.1% to 6,659. Pacific Rim indices rallied today after data showing growth in U.S. manufacturing boosted optimism about the world's largest economy. The Nikkei rose 1.04% to 14,946. Latin American markets posted gains today, with the Vsb erasing its losses for 2014, as state-run companies rallied, outweighing concerns that higher borrowing costs could lower demand. U.S. Treasury prices fell, pushing yields up. The U.S. Treasury 10-year note yield climbed 6 basis points as the Commerce Department said U.S. factory orders increased 1.6% in February. The U.S. dollar gained against most of its major peers and rose to a 2-month high against the yen as gains in the U.S. company hiring and factory orders boosted confidence. That was a look at the daily markets presented by Bias. There's more news after this.
The Dollar Depots are your one-stop shop for your party and entertaining essentials. Bags, balloons, bows, decorations and invitations for all themes and occasions. Party favors, gifts and toys, piñatas, games and candy for any celebration. Fun and colorful accessories and supplies to create and cater the perfect party or family and friends gathering. Let Dollar Depot make your entertaining easy and your party pop. Visit Monday through Saturday in Hamilton, Heron Bay, Shelly Bay, and Somerset. Dollar Depot, where you buy value for less.
I donated.
We donated.
We donated.
We donated. We donated. We donated. Have you?
We need your support. Create a legacy for your family with a donation to the Bermuda Hospital's Charitable Trust. Visit our website, whyitmatters.bm, or call 295-2428.
Copyfax is Bermuda's authorized Samsung dealer. See a large range of Samsung color and black and white multifunctional machines, printers, scanners, faxes, and copiers, and all net workable. Copyfax has Samsung machines suitable for home, office, or any size business in an A4 format, taking up less room than other similar equipment. And replacement supplies are in stock for all of their Samsung products. Affordable shopping at Copyfax Limited, where service comes first.
Bermuda is an easy way to find great discounts while discovering fun activities to do in Bermuda. Discover the best spas, restaurants, activities, services, and shops at 50% off. Sign up to Bermuda and start saving today.
April is Environmental Awareness Month, and Vsb Tv 11 is airing relevant documentaries exploring environmental issues concerning all of us on Wednesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. and 9 p.m. for the month of April. Sponsored by Auto Solutions, Roll With Us, Belco, The Power to Save, and Lindo's, Why Go Anyplace Else? Environmental Awareness Month on Vsb Tv 11.
That should do it. Enjoy your new shower.
Experience the bold look of Kohler at a Kohler registered showroom.
Save $2 on juicy sweet cantaloupes, just $3.99 each. XL fresh country style pork spare ribs, $2.69 per pound. $3.69 for a package of 4 bird's eye frozen corn on the cob. Buy one 5.5-ounce tin of Lay's Stacked chips and get the second one free. 2 tins for $2.42. Simply toilet tissue, $3.49 for a package of 4 double rolls. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more super specials.
You can count on us.
Do you know your rights as a consumer? Visit the Consumer Affairs website to find out how to hire a contractor, how to buy and maintain your vehicle, information on buying second-hand goods, tips for seniors and teens, personal finance tips, product recall information, to file a complaint with Consumer Affairs. For the latest consumer news and much more, visit ca.gov.bm.
April is Environmental Awareness Month, and VSB is committed to bringing you important facts. 1450 AM Gold and Mix 106 FM will broadcast Did You Know vignettes and interviews with local experts and government officials during the month of April. VSB TV 11 will show documentary films such as climate change, pollution and overfishing of our oceans, clean air, sewage, vanishing of the bees, and other topics. April is Environmental Awareness Month. Stay tuned to VSB Radio and Television for details.
Buying a new bike? Go with the company that offers brand name quality and great after-sales service. Oleander Cycles. Whether you're a daily commuter looking for a reliable ride or business owner sourcing wheels for your delivery team, you'll find bikes to suit your needs at Oleander Cycles. Oleander carries quality bikes from respected manufacturers PGO and TGB, and a full line of accessories from helmets to top boxes and baby seats. Just as important as the bike is the service behind it. Oleander delivers with 7-day-a-week service in our 4 locations, same-day service with appointment, an extensive inventory of parts, and a 6-month warranty on new bikes. Visit our Hamilton or Paget showrooms today. Best bikes, best service, Oleander Cycles.
Peter Javetic is the host of Season to Taste. The second series starts on Tuesday, the 15th of April, when Peter will be helping some of Bermuda's finest chefs with their recipes. An exclusive presentation of Lindo's. There'll also be the Wine of the Week, specially selected wines from Gosling's. Season to Taste is featured during the Vsb TV 11 Evening News at 7:30, 8:30 and midnight on Tuesdays, starting the 15th of April.
Choose to be healthy, Bermuda. Get out there and exercise with a sunscreen hat and shirt on every day. Eat healthy, don't smoke, and check your brown spots once a month to detect skin cancer early. Anything growing darker, bigger, jagged borders needs to be checked. Wear your sunscreen hat and shirt every day. Be sun safe, Bermuda.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's VSB weather forecast. We'll start with the temperatures for today. We've got a high of 67 at 2 in the afternoon and a low of 63 at 8 in the morning. Current conditions, 64 degrees, humidity 65%, winds are blowing out of the north-northwest at 15 to 20 knots, and barometric pressure is rising at 30.13 inches. Rainfall index month of April, 0.01 for a yearly total of 19.1. Yearly normal this time, 15 inches. Looking at the satellite. High pressure will gradually be building from the southwest tonight through the weekend, maintaining breezy and mainly dry conditions. A weak front developing to the northeast may bring some patchy drizzle early Friday and again early Saturday. Clouds will increase through the weekend ahead of a front that stalls to the north later Sunday. And looking at the gateway cities, Atlanta partly cloudy, 79. Boston mostly cloudy, 50. Charlotte mostly cloudy at 81. London 61 and light rain. Miami 84 and partly cloudy. New York 53, mostly cloudy. Orlando rain and showers, high near 86. Philadelphia mostly cloudy, 63. Toronto mostly cloudy and 37. And Washington 65 and cloudy. Back at home tonight, partly cloudy with a low near 60. Winds north-northwest 15 to 20 knots and then decreasing to 10 to 15 knots late night. And tomorrow, partly cloudy with a high near 68. Winds are blowing out of the northwest, 10 to 15 knots, then backing west-northwest, 12 to 18 knots by the afternoon. Marine tonight, small craft warning, seas inside the reef, 2 to 3 feet. Seas outside the reef, 8 to 12 feet. Sea surface temperature is 67 degrees. Marine tomorrow, small craft warning, seas inside the reef, 1 to 3 feet. Seas outside the reef, 7 to 11 feet. High tide will be at 5:57 in the morning and low tide will be at 11:49 in the morning. And looking at the 5-day forecast. Friday, mix of sun and cloud, chance of patchy drizzle mainly early and late, high near 69. Saturday, mix of sun and cloud with patchy drizzle, mainly early, high near 70. Sunday, sunny periods with a few showers overnight, high near 72. And Monday, sunny breaks with a high near 71. Thank you to Michelle Pitcher, our meteorologist for tonight, and everyone at the Bermuda Weather Service. I'm Rachel Stodden. Have a great evening.
Thanks for watching the TV 11 News. Good night.
Peter Cattell's attire courtesy of A.S. Cooper & Sons Limited. Wardrobe and makeup for Rachel Stodden, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb TV 11, Bermuda.